So, the film starts with Jason, a famous killer whom people had started calling a human monster, because it was not only difficult but impossible to kill him. To know the reason behind this, the US military finally manages to capture him. It was not possible to keep him in captivity for long. So, the scientists freeze him inside the research facility using chemicals, and they place a guard to keep an eye on him. But his eyes were bothering the guard a lot, so the guard covered him with a curtain over him. Inside the research facility, we also see scientist Rowan, who thinks it's foolish to research Jason, because there was a threat of many people getting killed during this time. She goes and talks to the senior scientist, and says that if Jason has been arrested now, then we should kill him. But the senior scientist explains to her that we just need to research on Jason's ability to heal such severe wounds quickly. And this ability has to be implanted inside our soldiers so that our army can become even more powerful. It is not wise to kill Jason without fulfilling your purpose. Now he leaves Rowan and goes to Jason himself with many of his soldiers, but he left shocked to see that Jason was not actually behind that curtain, but it was their own soldier. Before they could find him anywhere, Jason appears from behind a curtain, and he starts killing people brutally. All the soldiers start firing on him to stop him, but no bullet did not harm him at all. He also catches the soldier who is firing at him by twisting the chain with which Jason was tied. And on the other side, with the knife in his hand, he kills another soldier as well. As soon as all the soldiers die, the scientist who is standing there gets very scared and tries to run away from here, but Jason hurls his knife at him from behind, which pierces the scientist's body from behind and kills him. Now, there was no one left here. Rowan, who was standing outside, could only hear shouting. She was scared. Before she could go inside, a soldier falls in front of her, breaking the door of the facility.
He was close to his death.
He asks Rowan to run away, because now Jason was looking at Rowan with predatory eyes. She takes the gun of the same soldier and bravely shoots at Jason continuously, and she forces him to retreat. While retreating, suddenly Jason goes into the same pod where he was frozen. Without wasting time, Rowan was trying to lock that pod quickly when Jason drew his knife forcefully from inside, due to which the pod broke and the knife got stuck inside Rowan's body. This pod was also activated and freezing gas started coming out of it too, due to which Jason started freezing. Due to the gunshots, the entire facility started getting locked. And before Rowan could get out of here, the facility gets completely sealed. There is no one to turn off the gas of the pod. Due to the knife that Jason stabbed from inside the pod, the gases of the pod start coming out and spread in the whole facility in a short time. And Rowan also gets frozen here due to these gases. Well, now the scene changes, and we are shown the time of 450 years ago from today. It is revealed that this whole world has been destroyed due to the pollution spread by humans, and now no one lives on this world. All the humans have shifted to another planet, which is known as Earth 2. After 445 years, a crew from Earth 2 comes to visit this Earth, because they have to find ways to fix the Earth again, and, at the same time, they also have to know a lot about this Earth. During this time, they also find that facility where, along with Jason, scientist Rowan was also frozen. Seeing whom the whole crew got very excited because they came to know that Rowan is still alive. It was surprising, but this happened because their bodies got a perfect temperature, which increased their life a lot. The crew leader decides to take Jason's body, along with Rowan, to the spaceship, and as they open the door of the pod, the machete held in Jason's hand falls down all of a sudden, and the entire arm of one of their companions gets separated from his body. That boy screams loudly. They manage the body of Jason, and they quickly give a painkiller injection to that boy. Well, after that they take both the bodies to their shuttle, the boy whose arm was cut off. They lay him on a bed, which starts regenerating his arm in a short time, because it was auto-dock bed with nanobots, which could regenerate any part of a human or any animal. While on the other side we are shown Rowan 1, after doing a lot of scans inside Lab 1. She was also made to lie on the bed of nanobots, and it was being tried to restore her consciousness, while research was being conducted on Jason inside Lab 2. And everyone was very surprised to see that there was a very small brain inside Jason's body, which was controlling his body. Here the scientist takes out the sample of Jason's eye, which was damaged very badly. On the other side, we see that Rowan also regains consciousness, and she comes into her senses, but panics at the sight of strangers around her. And here she also slaps the scientist, and the scientist calms her down and tries to explain the situation. That she is in the future at this time and in the research lab because she was unconscious for the last 450 years. Hearing this, the scientists themselves were shocked. The crew leader at this time contacts Earth too, and he gives them the news that they have 450 years old people who are still alive. They thought that the people there would pay a lot of money to see them, but the person sitting there tells him that the technology to revive old people has now become very common. No one will pay money to see these things or to see any ancient person. You should use them in your research only. Yes, of course, Jason was a notorious killer of that time. It was impossible to kill him. Maybe people would show a little excitement to see his body. On the other hand, we again see the same scientist who was conducting research on Jason. As she removed Jason's mask to see his face, it was severely burnt. He was looking very scary. That's why she puts his mask back on his face. And she starts doing research on his small brain. During this, she also gets suspicious once or twice. That as if Jason is regaining consciousness, but she ignores it, thinking it to be her hallucination. Because Jason was dead, but we are shown that his hand is moving in reality. He is coming into life because at this time they had laid Jason on a nanotech bed, which had brought life back inside him. Suddenly, she hears the sound of someone getting up. And as soon as she looks back, Jason was truly no longer on that bed. She looked around and suddenly Jason caught her from behind, and he was nearly to kill her. To save herself, this girl tries to shout for help from outside, but no one can hear her. Now Jason catches her by the hair and pushes her face in liquid nitrogen, due to which her face freezes. After which Jason takes out her head and smashes it on a table. And in this way this girl dies. After which Jason picks up his machete from here, and he goes out to kill other people, which he used to do. While on the other side now we are shown crew leader, who is a scientist, and at this time, he had brought food to Rowan. While serving food, they talk, and the crew leader asks about Jason. Then Rowan says that he is a very dangerous killer who is impossible to kill, because he has the superpower to heal even the severe wounds. During the conversation, Rowan comes to know that they had brought Jason here as well, due to which she gets outraged and says that you don't know how dangerous he is. Then here the leader tells her that he is dead, on which that girl says that I want proof of this. These people take her to that room where they had tied Jason to the bed. But now Jason was not there. And seeing this, everyone was shocked. Inside this lab, at this time there was only the dead body of that girl, whom Jason had killed a short while ago, and seeing this, there is panic among all the people. Here the guards quickly ask to put a lockdown in this entire lab, and they ask everyone to shift to Lab 1 where Rowan was kept. We see Jason in Lab 2, who is now coming inside a nearby cabin, where a couple was preparing to leave Lab 1 and go to Lab 2 in a hurry. But Jason does not give them enough time. He stabs his large knife in the boy's body, whose blood splashes on his partner's face, and she overwhelms with fear. Jason pulls that boy away from here, and that girl rushes to everyone in panic and tells them how ruthlessly Jason had stabbed her partner. Now Sergeant had also understood how dangerous Jason is. That's why he orders his entire force to catch Jason and kill him. But the crew leader here did not want to kill Jason, because he had got good amount to take Jason on Earth too. He offers the sergeant that you can take half of that money. The sergeant agrees to his words apparently because he was the leader, but then when sergeant goes to his room, he orders all the soldiers to kill Jason again because he knew that it is not right for Jason to stay alive. Here we are shown that two soldiers were fighting with big monsters at this time. One soldier manages to kill a monster in a single shot, but he did not know that the other monster is also behind him. Then his other partner shoots this monster from behind, and then another killer enters the same room. And he was Jason. He was killing all the people here while catching them. All these people were confused as to where this killer had come from, because they were playing a simulation game at this time, and were killing monsters in the game. And there was no killer named Jason in this game. Then they realize that someone else has really come inside their simulation game. As these people remove their devices from their heads, they notice that there was really Jason, who was killing the people here. Seeing this, that boy whose arm was also cut off. He immediately attacks Jason from behind to kill him. But Jason drags him forward from behind in one swift move and finally strangles him. And he throws him on the ground after killing. He kills the other man by slapping him and smashing him into the wall. Here, the soldiers who were searching for Jason, when they come to the game room and see the bodies of both, they immediately alert everyone. We see an engineer in the next room from this gaming zone who was busy in his work with headphones on his ears. He was not able to hear anyone talking, but suddenly he sees Jason behind him in the mirror. And before he could react, bullets are being fired from behind, which the captain was firing to kill Jason. After so many bullets were fired, they thought that Jason must have died. But they see after stopping their gunfire that Jason had fled from there. And the engineer was also not there. These shocked and worried people now start looking for Jason, whereas Jason was in their room and was killing people silently. First, he catches a soldier and kills him with his machete. Then he grabs another soldier and kills him by twisting his neck. After which he comes in front of the third soldier. This soldier was a little courageous. That's why he was able to stand in front of Jason for a while. He also hit Jason 2-3 times. But it did not help much because Jason knocked him down with a punch, and he died. Now, as the advancing soldiers see the bodies of these soldiers, they immediately inform their captain about this. And the captain orders them to move ahead quickly and complete their mission. It means he asks to kill Jason. The girl moves forward and is searching for Jason as she gets the order from her captain. But Jason was behind her, who immediately puts his machete on her neck and slashes it. The girl does not die at that time but calls her crew members for help through the radio. She was not asking for help to keep herself alive, but to catch Jason. And as soon as she did this, she herself died. Due to telling her location, another soldier came here, who had a very high-tech weapon in his hand. He pushes Jason backwards by shooting repeatedly with this gun, and finally Jason falls on a hook, which was a trap set by them. The second soldier immediately lifts that hook up with the machine, and all of them celebrate that they caught Jason. Before they could bring Jason inside a lab, Jason immediately jumps from the hook and attacks the soldier from behind and kills him. Now the captain, who had come here to capture Jason after taking the reports given by all of them, he sees that it is not Jason but his own soldier is trapped in the hook, and in this way, he knew that almost all his soldiers have also been killed, and he is in front of Jason to fight him. And Jason is also still alive before he finds Jason. Jason attacks him from behind and pins him against the wall. He hits the captain's body with his large knife once, twice, and thrice. But the captain provokes him, saying that nothing will happen to me with these attacks. Hearing this, Jason attacks him repeatedly and kills him. Now, everyone knew that the danger from Jason has risen. To save themselves from him, these people decide that they will go to another pod and quickly save themselves from Jason through that pod. All of them start trying to get into the same space shuttle, and before they take it away from here after sitting, Jason suddenly comes behind that pilot. He kills that pilot, and he crashes the shuttle on the same spaceship and taking control of it, due to which many systems of the spaceship get destroyed. They all on the monitor were watching their spaceship's destruction. They knew that within 15 to 20 minutes, these people will also lose their lives. The leader tells his communication officer to contact any nearby ship for help. But they found out that it would take 20 minutes for that ship to reach here, and they had only 15 minutes. They were still talking when someone started hitting their chamber door loudly. All of them got scared and knew that it would be Jason behind them. So, they did not open the door. Then Jason broke the glass window and entered their chamber. Now to save their lives, the crew leave that chamber to another, while the leader is left behind, who tries to deal with Jason. That if you do not kill me, then I can take you to Earth too and give you a lot of money and fame. But Jason did not need all this. These people who were worried in the other chamber, that this spaceship was going to be destroyed in a short while, and there was danger to Jason as well. So, the engineer gives them the idea of going back to the space shuttle to deal with both these dangers, which Jason had already not allowed to leave from here. The space shuttle would have separated from the ship, and even if the spaceship had been destroyed, their lives would have been saved, and Jason would have died in it. And the crew would have reached Earth too alive. But now the problem was that there was a slight problem in the space shuttle, to fix which the engineers go inside it. And the rest of these girls work to bring the remaining crew members from the spaceship to the space shuttle. And a boy who had made a humanoid robot here starts doing some modifications in it, so that it can be made even more powerful. Here Rowan, while going towards the space shuttle, sees a soldier dead, and she picks up his gun so that if Jason comes in front of them, then they can fight him. Here Rowan could also hear the sound of someone breathing. She felt that there is someone alive here, whom she wanted to check, but along with that the girls were scared. She asks both those girls to go towards the space shuttle, and when she herself goes forward to check, it was the captain whom Jason could not kill completely. His condition was getting worse now. He was about to die. But Rowan tells him that you should not lose courage. I will come to pick you up from here in a short while, and we will leave for Earth too. Rowan now goes to her other companions and requests them that we have to bring the captain to the shuttle. While on the other side, we are shown that they also get signals that the engineer has fixed the space shuttle. Before all of them move towards the shuttle, inside the shuttle we are shown that someone has suddenly brought the severed head of pilot in front of the engineer, and it is none other than Jason, who now catches hold of the engineer and kills him by hitting him with the electrical spikes made here. Seeing this, a girl present on the other side of the shuttle gets very scared, and she closes the door of the shuttle without bringing anyone in the shuttle. Although everyone kept pleading with her to let them in as well, but she did not listen to anyone. And she launched the shuttle too early, due to which the shuttle collided with their spaceship and got destroyed. All of them were thinking that Jason was killed inside the space shuttle, but he was now inside the same spaceship and had come in front of these three. They thought that now death is in front of them and nobody could save them. But then their fourth companion comes to them, who had modified his robot. She now had such guns that could kill anyone, and this time she was fully prepared to fight with Jason. But they're thinking like this was foolish for them, because as soon as Jason throws his machete towards KM-14, then that robot falls in the first attack. Now, as Jason goes near it to check it, KM-14 suddenly reactivates and starts shooting at him. She pretended to be shut down to bring Jason closer to her. She shot Jason with her high-voltage gun in such a way that Jason flew away and fell from here. After which this robot leaps towards Jason and starts shooting at him again and again with her guns. Here Jason also tries to lift himself once or twice. But this robot kicks him and makes him fall again and again. And she also keeps shooting at him during this time. Now this robot had thrown Jason away. She wanted to jump on him and perish his brain, pointing a gun on his head, but then Jason attacked her from below, and this robot fell. Before Jason could end the robot, the captain makes a bold entry from behind, and he stabs a knife in Jason's shoulder, weakening for a few minutes. And in the meantime, the robot gets time to recover. KM-14 attacks him again and tries to beat him up and send him away from here. Now she breaks the door of this chamber with her gun and pushes him to Lab 1, where there were beds with nanotechnology, and Jason collides with one of the beds. At last, KM-14 manages to kill him by shooting his head. Finally, they were successful in killing Jason. They were very happy. To celebrate their victory, KM-14 throws Jason's own large knife on his body and stabs. In the end, all crew members had saved their lives from a big danger. They lay him on the nanotechnology bed and start healing him, and then the people from other spaceships contact them that they are close to them, and they are coming to rescue them, but by the time the ship takes to reach here, this ship would have been destroyed. And then Rowan looks at the whole map of this ship and finds out that there is an area in this ship, which can be easily separated from this ship, and by going to that chamber, the crew can also keep themselves safe. Without wasting time, they move towards that chamber. While in Lab 1, we are shown that Jason, who died on nanotechnology bed, it was still active, and no one had paid attention to it. This nanotech bed started healing Jason and began replacing severed parts into iron ones. due to which he became a fusion of a human and a robot, and he became more dangerous than before. Here the crew had reached that chamber, in which they had to stay safe. Before going inside that chamber, they start planting some bombs outside the chamber, so that soon this chamber gets separated by the spaceship. As they get free after planting the bomb, they see that now Jason has come in front of them, whom KM-14, as that robot goes near him to kill him again. Then Jason separates her head from her body with one swift blow. The creator of KM-14 quickly catches the head of KM-14. Here, Rowan quickly comes in front of Jason. Jason catches Rowan by the throat. Other members come to save her, but Jason begins fighting with them and Rowan escapes in this moment. In time, these people quickly come inside the other chamber and also locks its door. The dying man who had saved Rowan's life also succeeds in activating the bombs quickly, due to which their chamber gets separated from the entire spaceship, and we see Jason who falls backwards due to the force of these bombs. Now a new space shuttle had also approached here to rescue them. They felt that they had escaped from Jason, but they did not know that Jason was still near their chamber, who breaks their chamber by punching from outside, and due to vacuum pressure, everything starts flying out here. Their chamber also starts getting destroyed rapidly, before they all fall inside the space. The captain catches hold of Rowan, and she catches hold of her other companion, but she could not hold on to her for long. That's why her companion got pulled into space and died. As soon as she went away from here, the captain quickly pulled Rowan, and they went to another chamber, where there was no vacuum pressure. Now only 4 crew members were survived. They see that Jason is now trying to destroy this place of theirs as well. That's why they run away from here to save their lives. They reach the door where the rescue vessel had also come. But now the door of their chamber, which was attached with the rescue vessel, it was not opening. Here the captain decides that he will suit up, jump into space, and open the vessel from the outside. While he was trying to open the door, they see that Jason has come close to them. The scientist here activates a holographic simulation to distract Jason, due to which Jason gets confused and trapped. He remains trapped in all this for some time, but soon he had succeeded to get out of all this simulation. As the scientist gets an idea of this thing, the scientist activates another simulation here, where he had kept 2 virtual girls who are calling Jason. Jason did not like all this at all. He outrages after seeing these virtual girls, and he picks up these girls in their sleeping bags and kills them while slamming. During all this, we see that the captain had also been successful in opening that door. Now, because there were some changes here due to the opening of the door, that simulation had also ended. So, Jason was now watching them. Rowan and the scientist quickly managed to get inside that rescue vessel. As soon as they come here, they realize that they had left KM-14's head in the same spaceship, and that was very important for them. Rowan runs inside the spaceship again to get it. Then she sees that Jason was chasing them again. She quickly comes inside this rescue vessel, escaping from him. And from behind, someone quickly locks the door of this rescue vessel, and it was none other than the captain, who had decided to fight with Jason and save everyone else. As soon as the rescue vessel detaches from the spaceship and leaves for Earth 2, the captain explodes a bomb inside the old spaceship. As a result, there is a lot of pressure there, and Rowan is able to see that due to the same pressure, Jason had now come close to their rescue vessel. Before he could attack them here too, the captain comes like a Batman. He grabs him and takes him away from here. While falling down rapidly, the bodies of both of them were burning, seeing which Rowan and everyone thought that Jason too and the captain are dead. On Earth 2, we are shown that a couple sees a broken star here, which was actually not a broken star but was Jason's head, and whether he will cause more destruction here or not. This story ends here with this mysterious ending.